Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, and ready to cheer on the Texas A&M Aggies. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense takes the field. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that...
Trying to set up the screen, and he throws the interception. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
You could not script a better start if you're on defense, and great job being heads up and being aware that this offense may come out trying to be aggressive and throw on the first play. Everybody executing their assignments, and they get a takeaway right off the bat.
The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try it over the left side. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to pass, it's Woods. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Alabama.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. 2nd down coming up.
Second down coming up. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Looking to throw, it's Woods. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
A 10-yard loss on the play. Offense facing 4th down.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive. David, he'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like, spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. From the gun, looking for a man. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark.
He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to throw, it's Woods. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Got his man on the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wide receiver shows motion. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And playing defense now in college football, you have to be ready for motions. And wide receivers are becoming more and more part of the game plan of getting them the football, letting them be running backs. You see it even in the NFL some too. Great job by the defense. They were ready for it. They were aware. Now the offense may use it as a decoy.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's right on target. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Woods. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. He's got it on the move. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
It's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. The ball's free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a man. It's Woods. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 20.
Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They're up by 4 over Indiana. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected.
They'll give it on the inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also
haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows.
You got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. He's looking to throw. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
Oh, he's gonna keep going. God damn you!
A big play as they have it now at the 45.
I'm gonna throw that like that if you wasn't gonna stop.
Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. You might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get 1, it's a nice day. But when you get 2, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
2nd down coming up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the 2nd quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
3.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Woods. Extending the play. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes that Alabama offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown tie. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, is because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Getting some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high and deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. They'll leave it with him. Smashes through. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Tight quarters is deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Trying to surge it in. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 4 over Indiana. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Running with power. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Give to the running back.
You got that
Now
hole.
they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Finds his man down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety right on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Woods. Pocket starts to collapse. Got his man on the outside. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Now on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes. So you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
At the 45 on his way. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Alabama! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, and sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Across the 25, he's got room. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Pressure coming. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Woods. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Fires one high and deep. And that ball is picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The offense set for a first down play. They're testing the right side here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride,
This dude always
these guys
has
will
something
take
to
it
say
out.
talking about
Man,
somebody.
it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right?
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they get him down.
Well, this defense is being challenged in the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter. And already, this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard
Get out the
line, and
way.
they'll move the chains.
Well,
Get
the
out the
offense
way.
knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it.
Oh, I seen that
And
bitch
it's
afterwards.
picked off for the 3rd time today. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Woods. Throws toward the end zone.
Oh, come on. You were supposed to catch that.
Knock it away and deny the score.
And just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Escapes trouble. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Good job.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. It is good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Going up top on first down. Looking for a huge play.
Oh, I got it. That motherfucker show dropped back there.
And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Man, you kicked the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th men.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolled. Looking for a productive play on first down. They keep it on the ground to open the third. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
From the gun, give on the inside. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Power football with the run. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Alabama will get the first down.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Touchdown time! And the pummeling has started. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Nevada is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Reno. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to San Jose State. We are the eyes and ears of the Cowball fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Motion from the offense. Keeps it on the bootleg. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Now you talking about cheat? That's cheat. How you cover that?
Rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Going to the ground.
Take my first 4th and 4.
Up a yard, and that will lead them with 4th and 2.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing bold, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Red pass, it's complete. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
Touchdown, Bama! And the stomping has commenced.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Fucking camera, boy. That should be tripping lately. You can't them on 50. What the hell you doing?
They'll try to add another to their lead. They fake it. Pitch it to the tight end. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
I could see earlier. Just came home.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Dropping back, it's Woods. Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Right back to it. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Why they got him in there?
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The give to the fullback. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Woods. He finds his man.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Firing to the right, complete. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Aggies! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll throw it on first down. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, or third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Play number 7 on this drive, and it'll be 3rd and 2. Quarterback on the keeper. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the beatdown has ensued. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Line gets set, first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
On first down, here comes this offense. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't. Touchdown tie! And the route is on. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas A&M 20.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Scanning the field, it's Woods. Caught. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to go up top on first down. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figure